Have you ever wondered why it hurts so much? Why, even when everything seems to be right, there is this constant weight in your chest, this feeling that something is out of place. Maybe you have tried everything: meditation, advice from friends, ignoring the pain by pretending to be okay. And yet, the suffering remains, like a shadow that silently follows you. Well, I'm going to tell you something that perhaps no one has had the courage to tell you until now. Most of your suffering does not come from the world outside. It comes from within, from what you do not want to see, from the part of you that you have abandoned. Carl Jung, one of the greatest names in psychology, said, "What you do not bring to consciousness returns as fate." And that is exactly what is happening to you. Life is trying to show you something, but you do not listen. You run away. You disguise it with distractions, addictions, empty relationships. You tell yourself, it will pass. But it doesn't, does it? Because the pain does not want to be ignored. It wants to be understood. This video is not just another piece of cheap self-help content. I am not here to give you ready-made phrases or magic solutions. I am here to provoke you, to challenge you to face what you hide even from yourself. Give me a few minutes of your time, just that, and I will show you why you suffer so much and how this can end. Not with tricks, but with awareness. Maybe you are at the bottom of the well right now. Maybe you are on the verge of a breakdown, smiling on the outside while screaming on the inside. Or maybe you have learned to function with the pain as if it were part of you. Whatever the case may be, I have a hard truth to deliver to you. Suffering continues only because you have not yet had the courage to look at its root. And Jung dedicated his life to mapping this dark terrain, the terrain of the human soul. He knew that only those who dive into their own darkness can find true light. So if you are willing to face this with me, I promise you one thing. By the end of this video, you will not be the same. Because what you will discover here can completely change the way you understand yourself, your pain, and your freedom. Let's begin. You believe you are suffering because of others, because of your boss, your partner, the lack of money, social pressure, the expectations the world places on you. And of course, all of this weighs heavily. But what you still haven't understood, and need to understand now, is that true suffering, the kind that paralyzes, that hurts even in silence, arises when you disconnect from who you really are. Carl Jung said that the greatest tragedy of the soul is to live a life that is not yours. And that is exactly what you are doing. From an early age, you were taught to fit in, to be accepted, to follow standards. And little by little, you drifted away from yourself. You became a character to please, a puppet to avoid disturbing. You silenced your desires, repressed your emotions, swallowed your anger, suffocated your sadness. And now you carry a pain that you can't even name. A pain that doesn't scream, but consumes you. This is the suffering of those who live in disconnect. The suffering of someone who looks in the mirror and no longer recognizes themselves. You have gotten used to the role that was given to you, but the soul feels. It feels when it is living a lie. And it begins to scream through anxiety, insomnia, apathy, guilt. Emotional pain is the soul's alarm signaling that you are betraying yourself. Make no mistake, it is not failure that hurts. It is the false expectation you built about who you should be. It is not loneliness that wounds. It is the emptiness of not knowing who you are anymore when you are alone. It is not the other that hurts you. It is you, every time you abandon yourself to maintain an appearance. And as long as this disconnect exists, suffering will continue, because you are trying to heal an external wound when the root is within you. But here is the central point. This pain is a warning, not a sentence. Jung believed that suffering was the first step of transformation. Pain exists to push you back home, to your true self. And this return begins when you stop running away and start listening to